Alright, we're back with a King Orvil band player hound build. That's what we're running it as, right? So I'm doing a hound build, and obviously I'm banned from playing the game. So I'm showing you my bastard build that I ran in the Salkar capital as a, free battle map, playing with these guys on their server. Right, obviously they don't want me playing on their server, And, I was thinking today, I was like, do you know what? As much as they don't want, like, say, specific individuals playing on their server or be in their Discord, really and truly, this is not your game. Like, as much as you think you may have put, a lot of hours in to get it online, to get it playable because you want to play it, right? And Sega refusing to sell the rights to the game so someone can make, a number 2, or it's kind of like, realistically, no matter what, you're not the owner of the actual rights to the game. So, there is a grey area, in my opinion, to prosecution that you could face legalities, from bringing the game online. I don't know. Right, in my opinion, it's just something that can be mentioned. People will kind of look at it that maybe Sega don't care, but then does Sega know that? Does Sega want somebody running their game without the permission from them originally? So, it's a very odd and weird experience right now. So people, like, if you do use this build, please make sure that you give me the credit for the hand, because I made this in the lobby, since the game's returned, right? I haven't, this wasn't around before. I literally sat here and built this. It's a 2 bastard hand, 2 grenades, because basically, this hand is good for the city maps. It's good in certain situations as well, because the cockpit's high off the ground, so in anywhere that you're taking splash damage, right, it's good to be like higher up. So we can use the sitter on this because we're only using 2 guns, right? We're only using 2 guns, so we can actually crank. That is right? 3, 3, 3. Yeah. Well, right, so then you can use the mush grenades. Now I haven't fully had a play around with this, if you can like build this a little bit better or reduce weight on it somewhere where you can maybe add something else. The spacer on the front is more like, if you're running this on a map where you can get sniped, it's kind of like you're not going to get hit in the pit, right, which makes sense. So you're only 2 underweight, so you can't really crank. You could probably crank these down to Rafsakale ones, and then change that spacer at the front. You see, you can probably, let's just see if you can get that lower down without it conflicting. Let's go to this. So this is the build that I used, obviously, in the Salkar capital. And someone commented saying, oh, it's an interesting build. So, if you do like the build, you're welcome to use it. Basically, it is a good hand. It's not got massive weapons on it, but it's not. The bastards are designed to do the damage, right? So that's what they're designed to do. They're designed to do the damage, and then if you need to finish anybody off, that's what the grenades are for. But then if somebody runs up upon you, you can then fight them as well, right? In the chance of them trying to shot weight you, which is usually a long thing, which is like due to, say, a cannon hand might go to try and shoot your legs, but if you've got grenades, if he like kind of waits for you to fire your cannons, to splash him, right, you've got time to shoot your grenades at him. Now the bastard cannons are really good for basically spinning you around. If they've got, I don't know 100% if their hand is they've got fast rotation chip on. I don't know if you splash them, they spin faster to ones where they've not got the fast spin on. You'll have to check it yourself, You know, but this is basically like my bastard hound that I was using in the war. Oh, not the war, but the free battle map. Which is, you know, the Southport capital, which is actually a war map, but it's been enabled to play on free battle. So this is what I was using. This one, you can't have a rotorcraft on it. Now, I don't know if you can, you know, change it to a fuel tank to save a bit of weight and maybe buff the spacers out. That could be something that you maybe want to try. I might have an actual play with it as well and see if I can make it any better than it originally is. But, you know, for right now, it's good for ranging and then, you know, fighting someone along the lines of stripping them. You know, it fires really good. So it's just like the last one that I put on YouTube. Boom, boom. Right, let's see if we can just kill these just for a laugh. There's one gone. Splash damage is really good on these. Just roll a craft like boom. Right, fly down. Donk them on the head. Oh, it's close. I never even look at that, you know, this black thing at the side where it, you know, changes. I never usually look at that. I just like look up and shoot. You know, so if I want to like shoot that mountain, just find one over here. I'll just like, I'm not even looking at the black thing. I just look up and shoot. So you know, you'll get a rough idea of where to aim up your stick. But that one's went out of view. But then you can, you know, fire your grenades at someone trying to shotweight you, yeah. So, you know, if your treads are say this way, like boom, right, and then spin him, throw your grenades at him, fuck him up, boom, easy win, yeah. Just duel him, boom. You know what I mean? So, if you have a play with my build and you like it, you know, hit the video like, you know, that you like the hound, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.